Good morning, students. You're welcome to your basic science class, the best class ever. And today we're going to be treating the human body, nutrition, and diseases. Our subtopic will be narrowed down to nutrition. In our subsequent class, we are going to be treating the diseases that accompany the absence or lack of nutrition in the human body. So, I want you to pay particular attention to this because it affects your life as a human being, the type of things you eat, the type of things you inject into your body in form of food substances is going to help you to organize your life in a better way. Let's get on with the specific objective. At the end of this lesson, I should be able to define nutrition, state the classes of nutrition, describe the functions of these classes of food. So we are going to start with the definition of nutrition. Nutrition can be defined as the process of the intake of food substances necessary for the maintenance and development of the body of living organisms. Of course, you know that nutrition is one of the characteristics of living things. We have the characteristics of the living things which are 10 in number, and you can have them in short form known as Mr. Niger card. And nutrition is among the most vital. Now, according to our definition, it says that it is a process of the intake of food substances. You cannot survive without food. Yes, I know somebody might be saying fasting and prayer in the Christendom. Yes, you can fast and pray. But remember that after 40 days and 40 nights of Christ Jesus fasting and praying while he was here on earth, after that 40 days and 40 nights, he had to eat. So you cannot avoid food. It is part and parcel of life. And I want you to take it as a serious matter. As we go on in this class, you will learn how to eat the right thing for the right purpose. These food substances are taken into the living cells in the human body where they are utilized for the general well-being and development of the body. We eat for so many reasons. But in a nutshell, we eat for the general well-being and development of the body. The activities that usually go on within a living cell as a result of the provision of food nutrients are called metabolism. Every activity that goes on within a living cell because of the provision of food is termed metabolism. That means that metabolism cannot go ahead in the billions and trillions of cells in the human body except there is provision of food substances, and that's why it's very, very vital. With the absence of these food nutrients, metabolism cannot go on, and when metabolism is not going on, the resultant effect is death. The seizure or the stopping of metabolism results to death. So food is necessary for every living organism. Now, what are the reasons for nutrition? Like I earlier mentioned, what are those reasons? We are going to mention about 6 basic reasons why nutrition is important. Number 1 is energy production. My ability to speak and you can hear me is as a result of energy within my body. I am able to produce sound energy because I have taken in some food nutrient which has provided energy for my vocal cords to be able to vibrate and produce sounds that you can hear. Also, the ability of my eyes to be open and for me to see you through the screen and you to watch me also is because I have energy to open up my eyelids. You could remember that if somebody is sick, he cannot even open up his eyes. It will be so difficult for the person. You even be begging the person to open up his eyes or to even eat. So energy is necessary for life processes. So number one reason for nutrition is for energy production. Number two, bodybuilding. We eat food in order to build up our body, in order to grow. As you watch me, I am already in my adult stage. But remember that I once had a childhood stage, an infant stage. How is it possible that I've been able to grow to this level? It's because of the intake of food. Also, you that is watching me, how is it that you are able to how is it that you've been able to grow up to this level? It's because of the intake of different classes of food into your body, which has helped you to grow in strength and in vitality. So, number two reason for nutrition is for body building, which is also for growth. Number three is for body repairs, or what you may call tissue repair. When you have injury, you have lost some tissues, you've lost some parts of your body. Now, for there to be a repair in the healing of the wounds, if you have a wound or you used to have a particular wound at a particular side of your body, and by now the whole thing has healed, is because of the provision of food into your body, which help in the healing process that occurred. And also there were replacements of body tissues at those regions where you had injuries as a result of cell division, which we are going to be seeing as we go on in this class. So body repair and tissue repair occur as a result of the intake of nutrition. It helps to repair worn out tissues from our body, not only from injuries, also as we live our daily lives. There are tissues, skin tissues, that on daily basis they are wearing off our body. The scales on our skin are the epidermal part of our skin. Whether you are eating or not eating, those epidermal scales are gradually wearing off day by day. So how are they being replaced? Also inside your mouth, as you chew food substances with your teeth and the rest of them, there are linings, epithelial linings inside your mouth and your tongue that are gradually moving away because of the friction they are having with the food substances. Now, those body parts that are being worn out are replaced by new tissues that are being formed as a result of your intake of balanced diet. So, body and tissue repair, these are also part of the reasons for our nutrition. Number four, we have what is called vitality, provision of strength for the body and vitality, your ability to do things effectively and not in a lukewarm manner. These vitality are provided also by the food we take. Now, the fifth reason why we take food is for immune system building. It helps us to build up our immune system to fight against diseases. Now, currently, the COVID-19 that is trending everywhere in the world and killing a lot of people, you find out that before the patient of COVID-19 dies, there is this symptom they notice in them. They find out that they don't have enough immune system to fight the virus. And is also as a result of poor nutrition. It can contribute to it. So, this is a warning to you. Please make sure you eat the right meal, which is better than taking drugs. It will provide you with a lot of immune boosting system. Now, the next reason why we're taking food is for insulation and temperature regulation. Okay, during cold weather, you find out that you are able to survive it because of what? Your body has a system of temperature regulation called homeostasis. Homeostasis helps us to regulate our internal body environment in such a way that we are not going to catch cold or even under hot temperature we are not going to be suffocated by high temperature during hot weathers. So you find out that these things occur as a result of the food we take in. As we go on, you're going to be seeing the proof of all these reasons for our nutrition. Now, the next thing we're going to treat is classes of food. Now, in the food we eat, what are those classes of food that must be there in order to give us what is called balanced diets? And these classes of food have their various roles in our human body. Number one among the classes of food, as you can see on your screen, is carbohydrates. We have protein, we have fats and oil, we have vitamins, and we have mineral salts, and the last and not the least is water. We're going to be seeing the functions of these food substances in the human body. There are other ones that have been added according to scientific research that has been going on, but I will narrow it down to these 6 classes of food, for they are the major classes of food. Now, let's treat them one after the other. Now, in every food that is balanced, all these classes of food are found in them. So what is a balanced diet? A balanced diet is a meal or food substance that contains the 6 major classes of food in their required proportion. So when you eat or you consume a meal that contains the 6 major classes of food in their required proportion, then you are taking balanced diet. So make sure that every meal you take is balanced for your own good. Let's see the functions of these classes of food. The first one we are going to look at, as you can see on your screen, you can see so many food items which comprise a balanced meal. Now on that screen you can see also things like milk in the glass jar. You can see bread, and milk contains a lot of proteins and fats and oil. The bread also contains a lot of carbohydrate for us. Look at the potato there, it contains carbohydrate. And look at the egg here, a lot of proteins, fats and oil. Then you see the lettuce here, which helps us in a lot of vitamins, provides us with vitamins. And this is fruit juice inside another glass jar, all right, which supplies us with a lot of vitamins and mineral salts. You can see your fruits here, where you have the apple, the oranges, that supplies with a lot of vitamin C and the rest of the vitamins B, A, and the rest of them, as you know them. This is your spaghetti, these are among your macaronis, and these the onions, and the rest of them. This is your fish, which supplies you with a lot of protein. So this is a picture of a complete balanced diet, food items that make up balanced diet. Let's watch another picture that contains some items that make up balanced diet. You can also see from this end the egg, the meat. This is also another meat. Vegetables that supply us with vitamins, grains, beans grain, rice, and some cereals that supply us with a lot of carbohydrates. And then you have the tomato for vitamins, the carrot, the onions, you have the Irish potato, and so many other ones. You have the banana, you have the orange, and you have the apple here. So many of them, they make up our balanced diet. Now, let's go to the digestive system, where you're taking in all this food. Now, if you look at this, this is the human digestive system, which starts from the mouth and then ends in the anus. And inside this digestive system, the food is taken into the mouth, it goes down into the guts, or what is known as the alimentary canal, or the digestive system, the esophagus, and then into the stomach, where we have all these things being digested into their simplest absorbable forms. So we're taking all those balanced diets and they go in there. Now, when they're inside the body and you have digested them, they will start giving you their functions. Let's start with the first one, which is the carbohydrate. Now, carbohydrate has the function of providing the human body with energy. Energy is of utmost importance in life activities. Without energy, you cannot do anything. Remember the definition of energy. Energy is the ability to do work or to perform work. Without energy, you cannot perform anything. As you can see on your screen, the young man walking out here in exercise is doing some weightlifting with the help of energy. Without energy, he will not be able to lift up all these weights. And so what provides us with energy is carbohydrate filled food substances. And this energy is in form of a chemical energy called adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate. That is the chemical energy that is gotten from our carbohydrate, and you can see it on your screen, called ATP. Adenosine triphosphate. Every living organism makes use of this chemical energy, and it is provided from our carbohydrates. The next one we're going to look at is protein. What is the function of protein to the body? The protein provides the human body with raw materials for tissue repair and body growth. As I earlier mentioned, when we were treating the reasons for nutrition, you find out that when there is a tissue damage or there is need for growth in the human body, it is protein that supplies those raw materials with which to repair worn out tissues and make your wounds to heal up, or those places where you lost tissues like your skin, epidermal layers of your skin, where you have the scales, or inside your mouth as you chew and eat food. Some of those epithelial layers are removed because of frictional force with your food substances, and they are gradually replaced by these tissues provided by protein. And as you can see on your screen, these are the building up of tissues from cell division. It is through cell division that tissues are built up. You can see this particular cell when it is just 2 cells, to where you have 4 cells, to where you have multiple cells, and they are gradually coming up to form tissue. And you know that tissue is defined as group of cells that perform similar function. So it is by cell division that these things are provided, and for a cell to divide, the protein content must be very, very high. Now, body growth also. Proteins provide the raw material for body growth, and growth occurs in living organisms by cell division. As you can see on your screen, all these cell divisions going on are as a result of protein provision in our food, and that is how we grow, as these cells divide. The next thing we are going to look at is the function of fat and oil. What are the functions of fat and oil in the human body? These provide the human body with warmth. Number one, warmth, that is temperature regulation. The second one is energy can also be derived from these nutrients when the body's carbohydrate is very low. Now, the first one talked about warmth, which is provided from fats and oil. How is this possible? In our bodies, under our skin, we have what is called the adipose tissues. These adipose tissues are made up of fatty cells, cells that store up a lot of fat. And during cold conditions, you find out that these adipose tissues under our skin help to prevent cold from reaching down to our muscles and our bones, and we don't freeze to death because of the adipose tissues. So fats and oil provide warmth for the human body. Now also, when the energy content, that is the carbohydrate content of the body, has diminished due to a lot of activities, or due to starvation or due to famine, you find out that the body begins to rely on the stored fats and oil and begin to reconvert them back to carbohydrate. Yes, it is possible to convert fats and oil to carbohydrate. They are almost the same chemical components with slight differences. So the body is able to convert fats and oil back to carbohydrate when the carbohydrate content is very low. And from it, the body can provide energy during times of low carbohydrate content in the body. These are the functions of fats and oil. Now, the next is the function of vitamins. As you can see on your screen, the young men you are watching on your screen are so strong. Why? Because they have a lot of vitamins. If you want to be strong, you take in food substances that contain vitamins. Among them are the vegetables and the fruits. They contain a lot of vitamins. What are their functions? The vitamins provide the body with strong and healthy bones, muscles, cartilage, the gums inside your mouth, your teeth, tendons, ligaments. All these things in the body are made to be strong by the presence of vitamins. And like I told you, the food source of vitamin are found in vegetables and fruits. They can also help our immune system. What are our immune system? Our immune system are the soldiers of our body, which help us to fight diseases and germs. And you know the blood component that supplies most of this immune system, that these vitamins help to boost them, the white blood cells. The white blood cells helps us to fight diseases and germs. And so vitamins also help in boosting and making them more available. The next class of food we are going to look at are the mineral salts. What are the functions of the mineral salts? They provide the body with proper coordination of the nervous system. Our nervous system, both the central and the peripheral nervous system, are able to coordinate properly because of the presence of mineral salts. Mineral salts like sodium ion, potassium ion, and even chloride ions, and so many of them. They help our immune system to function properly. So if you don't take in enough of these mineral salts, the individual might suffer from some improper nervous coordination. They can also help, just like the vitamins, they can also help to boost our immune system. Now, what are those food substances where you can see or get these mineral salts? You can get it also in our fruits and also our vegetables, and some of our meat substances. You can find some mineral salts. Even in some fishes that we consume, some of their oils contain a lot of mineral salts that help our body. Now, the last one I want to look at is water. Does water have any function for the body? Yes, a lot. In fact, without water, all the other classes of food will not be able to be utilized in the human body. So what are the functions of water? Water performs the following in the human body. It serves as a universal solvent for the body. What do we mean by that? In our chemistry, what is a solvent? Something that can dissolve other substances. And so water is a universal solvent. In the human body, it is able to dissolve other substances and make them to mix up with the chemicals in the body and function very well. Without water, those things cannot go on. The next one is temperature regulation. Water helps the body to regulate temperature. Because of the wide range in the heat capacity of water, water is able to help the human body to withstand heat temperature, high temperature, long enough before it gets overboard. Now, what do we mean by that? From 0 degrees centigrade to 100 degrees centigrade, that is the only time water can start boiling. So the human body is able to be sustained within that heat capacity range, and makes it hard for the body to begin to be wasted by high temperature because of the heat capacity content of water inside the human body. It helps us in regulating our body temperature. The other one is it helps in enzymic reactions. Water provides the medium for enzymes to react. Because these enzymes, like we said, the number one function of water as a universal solvent, these enzymes need a solvent to work in. So water provides the basis. Why is it that it is necessary for enzymic reaction? I want to tell you that in the human body, no reaction is able to take place, both in the brain and every other part of the body, without the presence of enzymes. And enzymes cannot work if the water to dissolve them is not there, together with the chemicals. The last one I want to talk about water helping our body in our nutrition is that water helps us in excretion. If you check your sweat content, the highest percentage of the components of your sweat is water. In your urine, you find out that water is still the highest in its percentage of the components. So water helps to push out excretory substances from our body, all those metabolic wastes. So water helps us in diverse ways, and that is why you need to be taking in a lot of water as you eat your food. We are going to call it a day here, and I want you to do this assignment on your own. I want you to write down food sources that contain carbohydrates, protein, fats, and oil. The food sources of carbohydrates, protein, fats, and oil. I want you to write them down and submit in your Google Classroom. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless you.